Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kishore Parate. Dear friends, English. And every Indian wish to speak English. Every student wants to speak English, learn English. And if you go to any multinational company, English has no option. Means every person who wish to join any multinational company or any company in the metropolitan city, they need to be spoken. They need effective English speaking. Therefore, English is very necessary, my dear friends. So here today I have a very special guest whose name is Subhash Vittal Rao Pawar, and he is going to tell us a little bit about the language, how to learn the language, and why to learn the language. So first, I would like to welcome him in this podcast, and this is live driving podcast. We are in the forest. It is very dense forest, and we are having the ride. And while having the ride, we are having this podcast. So welcome, Subhash Pawar, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Kishore Parate is my best friend. Today, I want to know about the English, how to learn natural English. Uh, I think this is not English; it is a language, and everyone can learn language without studying grammar, words, whatever matters are in grammar. It is only for student that if they want to learn English within 3 months, 1 year, then they have to learn grammar, words, sentence construction, subject, object, verb, idiom, whatever, etc. But in my thought, I think nobody needs grammar, words, sentences, construction rules, and all that. If anybody asks me how to learn English, then I'll simply say that if you whatever material you have, material means words, a little bit knowledge of sentence construction. If you have this material with you, whatever material you have, you should use it for speaking English. And first of all, I will suggest you that when you begin your language to learn or speak, it is very necessary that you don't care about the grammar and mistakes. Simply, I say, if you care about the grammar and words and construction, then what happens? There will one process enter in your mind. Like first of all, think in English, Marathi, then convert in English, and then throw it in front of the people. So it will take more time. Means there is a more, it will time. It is time taking process. So what I think, whatever you think about anything, you speak it out. Don't think about what people will think and whether my language is right or wrong, my construction is right or wrong. Don't think like that. I'm not good. I'm not also good in English. Even I'm trying to speak with you. See, one example is there. Once I went to in Goa. There was one seafood lady. I think she has also flowers. She was selling. She was selling flowers. I went nearby her and I asked her about Goa and all that. So she started explaining everything in English. I surprised how she is speaking English. She was very fluent in English. Then I asked her that, how did you know to speak the English? Then she told me that I never learned any class. I'm completely illiterate. I can speak, I can't write.
Very good.
She said, I
Okay.
can speak, I can't write.
Wow.
Then I asked her that, how did you learn? Then she told me that people around me, they were speaking English. I observed them and gradually I start to understand their expressions and then I started to relate their language, their communication and their expression, and then gradually I started to understand their language. And then after 2 3 years, I automatically learned to speak English. I
That
never,
lady.
yeah, that lady.
Wow,
She
great.
told me. So then I thought that it is not about learning in book, not about the learning grammar and words, memorizing the words. It is not like that. It is a atmosphere. If your father and mother are speaking English in home, then the entire atmosphere will create like English word, and their children will start to speak English. No one, I think, all of you will. What I say that one minute.
Yeah. So we are in a mountain, and one vehicle is in front of us, and it is a narrow way. Therefore, we need to wait for some moment. See this vehicle. Okay, we got green signal and we are passing that vehicle. So here, see this forest. Okay, sir. Please.
So what I was saying that, see, everyone having children, and if I think that nobody taught me Marathi, nobody taught me Hindi, nobody taught me my mother tongue, but even not learning anything from anyone in the class, I'm speaking Marathi, speaking Hindi, speaking Banjara. How? Because in my family, everyone are speaking Marathi, Hindi, Banjara, and all those things. See, I have 2 kids, but every day, every minute, when I want to talk with them, I just only use Marathi. So they are fluent in Marathi, but they don't know Banjara. Because why? Because we never talk
Sir,
them with
sir
in
is
Banjara.
sir is basically from Banjara category, and Banjari people, Gypsy is the second word for this category, and they speak their own language, and that is Banjari language. And due to practice of only speaking Marathi and Hindi, they are fluent in the both languages, but not in their mother tongue. No,
Yes, yes, yes.
that is the problem.
Yes.
And if you want to be fluent in English now, simple thing, we just switch to English. We shouldn't forget afraid of anything. People simply afraid of language and generally think about others. What would they say? And because of that fear, nobody wishes to speak English. So first, sir suggested us that don't think about mistakes and don't think about people. Just focus on language. Just speak that language. Yes, please, sir, extend the topic.
So now I think that if I would have started speaking in English with my kids, they would have been speaking English right now.
It's correct.
But,
101%.
yeah. So it is depend on your means your what I say atmosphere, what your mother speak, what your sister speak. It's entirely. I mean to say that you have to create the atmosphere.
Okay.
If you
So,
learn
one-
English in class, and after going at home you are speaking your mother tongue, then how you will learn English?
Yeah. So what would you like to suggest about this? Generally, what happens as this is very remote area, and village people do not get that kind of atmosphere speaking English. So there is no surrounding of English. So how can they create surrounding if they
So
don't have
I will suggest
any
that
suggestion?
I know that I don't know that in village or anywhere we speak generally our mother tongue, and many regional languages are there in our country. They they speak their regional language. But my suggestion is that we know that nobody will be at home to speak in English.
Yeah.
So you guys are student. In your school,
Yes.
you can make a group of friends.
Yes.
You can make some rules that nobody will speak in Marathi. Let it be any language, regional language. Nobody will speak in Marathi, Hindi. Only speak in English. And if anybody breaks the rule, then you can think that a little bit fine will be there for if I break rule that I'm not following the rule.
At least English speaking challenge you want to say.
Yeah. So you create one group.
Okay.
And in that group, you speak in English for everything.
Yes.
In the interval,
during the
after
class,
yeah, in the
after the class?
during the class, after the class, after going at home,
Mhm.
whenever you will speak with your friend on mobile, you speak in English. So you have to thought in English.
Yeah,
Even if
thinking process should be in English.
yeah, if you are alone at home,
Ha,
speak in English.
okay.
Thought in English.
Ha, it,
Communicate yourself in English.
okay.
Nobody will listen you.
Yes, of course. So another thing, generally what happen, English people always get surrounding of English, but it is not possible for all, and especially the people living in remote area where English is very last language instead of first
Uh,
language. So in that case, sir suggested us to make our own group of our classmates. And if we have own group, and that should be English speaking challenge group, where all students will come together, they speak English, and they will speak only English. If they don't, there will be little bit fine to breaking the rules. And by that process, English speaking challenge, they will be habitual of the same language. So it is very nice suggestion from Subhas sir. And 90% people of India may not have surrounding of English. In that case, if we don't follow this rule, how can we be familiar of this language? So simple thing, we make our own rule. Another thing, social media has given us great opportunity. On YouTube, on other things, you can have different kind of sentences, you can watch different kind of videos, learn, write, speak with friends. And another thing, do communicate with your teachers in English. 101% you should communicate. Don't worry, don't fear about anything, just speak out. Anything more, sir, if you wish to tell us?
I
Ah,
when I was teacher, I used to say my students
hmm,
many times. It may be absurd thinking or it may be real absurd thinking. I used to say if you want to speak English and if you polish your language, then speak with those people who don't know English.
very good,
And
very good.
if you have fear that if I made mistakes, he will laugh or she will laugh, who will not understand English, he will never laugh. He will impressed by you. So
Correct.
simple idea is that if your father don't know English, mother don't know English, sister don't know English, speak with them.
At
That
all.
is best subject for you.
And they will motivate even.
Yeah, yeah,
They will not laugh.
yeah. They will motivate
Hmm,
and they will learn English from you.
100%.
And teaching is the best teacher learning.
क्या बात है, क्या बात
Teaching is
है.
the best learning.
Teaching is the best learning. It is correct. Unless you become a teacher, it means whoever gives knowledge information to other, it is a teacher. That
Yeah,
is a teacher. If you are speaking before unknown people or people who don't know English, it means you are teaching them. So you are simultaneously playing a role of a teacher. Wow, what a great thing sir told us.
yeah. This is
So, really, Subhas sir, I am very glad to have you here in this podcast.
no.
And how great things you told, very simplified thing. You need not to go to any courses, any classes. Simply just speak out and never, sir told us, never focus on mistakes. Another thing, don't think about others who find your mistakes and what people will think about you. These are the blunders we have to throw out. And it is related to only psychology. Huh? Language is psychology.
Yeah,
You, whatever language you know, Marathi, Hindi, English, Telugu, Banjara, whatever, we have so many 1,000+ languages in India. And without going to school, without joining any classes, we are excellent in our mother tongues, right or wrong? Now you can speak Hindi, Marathi also, Telugu also, Malayalam also. Many languages are there, Gondi language also. Why? Without going to any classes or school, you are habitual of the same thing. So that is habit. And to speak English also, you should consider English as a language, not as a subject. When you consider it as a language, it means there will be something different pressure. And why should we be afraid of this? Consider language, accept language, speak language, listen language. And sir told very important thing: think only in English
yeah.
and make surrounding at home.
Thinking in English is a silent communication
Yeah,
with ourselves.
yes, yes. So thank you so much. We have a very special this podcast, and while having journey,
No,
and sir is very open-minded, open-hearted,
I'm not
and he free
special. I'm
and
not special one, but I'll be very thankful to you that you consider me for your podcast.
thank you so much. No, it is my pleasure. I'm privileged to have you here because whatever you thought, whatever you shared with us, that will be really very beneficial for me as well as for my all beneficiaries who are watching this video. Definitely, they will get something out of this, and a great thing out of the books, out of the box you told us,
Yes.
and for that I am very thankful to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
coming.
much.